Hello, and welcome to another edition of Shaking Hands with the Past, our vodcast series where we explore the collection of York Archaeological Trust and learn something about the people who called York home during the 2,000 years of our city's history. My name's Philip, and this season we've been looking at finds from the medieval period. We know that between the Norman conquest and the closing years of the 15th century, York was a wealthy city and a busy centre for trade, government, justice and religious life. Many of York Archaeological Trust's excavations have uncovered the medieval levels of the city and provide us a glimpse into the sort of day-to-day activities that went on here. Our find today presents us with a bit of a mystery. No one can be entirely sure what it was used for. For clues, we might think about where it was found and whether similar finds have turned up elsewhere. It comes from Fishergate in York, once the site of a Gilbertine priory. York's Gilbertines were a community of priests living together under a common rule. Can you tell us anything useful, Mistress Parkin? What might the Gilbertines have been up to?
Well, the Gilbertines follow the rule of their order. They live a life of poverty, chastity and obedience. They spend most of their time praying, but other things go on in their church too. Reading holy books, for instance, or copying them out by hand. Like prayer, it's a way of speaking to God. This object, I'm sure, has something to do with books and writing.
How interesting, Mistress Parkin. Thank you. 5 tiny objects like these were found at the Fishergate site. All are made of animal bone and have been given their shape by being turned on a lathe. The majority have iron tips. Other examples have been found across York, mainly at church sites. It has been suggested that they were used in producing books, which in medieval times were made of parchment. Parchment is animal skin that's been converted into a fine writing surface. Medieval scribes would draw lines across the parchment, just like the kind you might see in a school exercise book. But first, they would make a series of tiny holes at regular intervals in the margins, so that the lines that joined them across the page were evenly spaced and straight. This was called pricking. Might this have been a parchment pricker?
Could be. I have very little to do with religious books myself. I prefer to hear a good sermon read aloud. But I'll tell you one thing. This looks like the little stylus my husband uses to make notes on his wax tablet. The tip scratches the words into the wax, and the other end can be used for rubbing out. A wax tablet is useful for a businessman doing his accounts and inventory, and I'm sure the Gilbertines could make use of them.
We found medieval wax tablets in York too, but we'll talk about that another time. These objects demonstrate just how we archaeologists have to debate and rethink our ideas about the objects that we find. Who knows? Perhaps someone else will have a different interpretation of what job these little tools did hundreds of years ago. Thank you for joining us on our fascinating trip through the finds of medieval York. Join us next time to explore more of our city's archaeology and shake hands with the past again.